Nicole Sandler here. We have moved into the FM 101.9 Music Hall, and the voice you just heard was that of Aimee Mann. She came to everyone's attention, I guess, warming up. It was over 10 years ago that Till Tuesday hit big, right? It was like 85. And here we are in 1996. Till Tuesday is a memory. Aimee has moved from Boston to Los Angeles and just recently released her second solo album called I'm With Stupid. This record was ready for like over a year. It was making the rounds.
For about a year. Well, it wasn't making any rounds. It was actually
Industry
more like
rounds.
sitting, waiting for semi-legal arguments to be solved.
Record label. When I say making the rounds, of people who work in radio and work in the record industry, and people going, this record is great. When are she going to be able to release it?
There was like 1 million advance cassettes, and it seemed like everybody in the industry, everybody that I ever ran into had already, had heard it, at least 9 months before it was released.
So your old label had problems, went out of business, and the place.
Although they stress that they're still in business, but. But, the way I explain it is it went from like 45 employees to 3. And, like 3 guys in a closet with a power book. So
that's
a
scary
just
picture.
Making more enemies as I go.
Well, okay, now I'll make you some more, because the title of the album is I'm With Stupid, and word is that is a nod to your former record label.
Well, I figured that I was on firm ground calling it I'm With Stupid because it, it pretty much applies whatever situation you're in.
Right.
It
could be a man, it could be a label.
Exactly.
It
could be the person fixing your cappuccino,
right.
Whatever.
Aimee Mann is with us in the music hall. Why don't we start with a song?
All right. Well,
what you gonna do?
Let's try You're With Stupid now, since we're on the topic. I want to issue the disclaimer of it's early in the morning.
Say that they didn't warn you, though you'd rather that they just ignore you, 'cause your devices are not working for you anymore. What you want, you don't know, you're with stupid now. You don't know how to manufacture sturdy bones with a hairline fracture, the crazy will of a Margaret Thatcher that they've all got. And though you pay for the hands they're shaking, the speeches and the mistakes they're making, as they struggle with the undertaking of simple thought. What you want, you don't know, you're with stupid now. What you know, you don't want to know, you're with stupid now. what you want. You don't know you're stupid now. What you know, you don't want to know you're real stupid now. So on with the show.
Aimee Mann in the Music Hall at FM 101.9. Would you introduce your bandmates here?
Bill and Michael.
Bill and Michael.
Hi.
Bill Bonk is playing accordion and singing like a little bird, even though it's early in the morning. And Michael Lockwood's playing sort of the lead guitar kind of thing.
And Michael, I'm digging the nail polish.
Yeah, that's really it's the sparkle, gold sparkle. It's great.
It's
isn't
very
it?
cool. We are with Aimee Mann in the Music Hall here at FM 101.9. Now, the last time you were here was, I think, right when the album came out. You had a show at the Roxy,
Yeah.
and now have you been touring nonstop since?
Not nonstop, but pretty regularly. Yeah. I mean, there was some time off.
And you live here, but you're also here for some shows. Tomorrow night's the Ventura Theater, Saturday night the Galaxy Theater, and then Tuesday the John Anson Ford Amphitheater. That's a great venue.
I haven't been there, but they tell me.
It's
So
really pretty. It's outside, but you're kind of enclosed, and it's under the stars, and it's beautiful.
the band recommended it to
Oh,
me.
very cool.
That
Well,
was from band.
right now there's a thing happening when you were first on the scene with Till Tuesday. There were a few bands fronted by women. There was you. There was Missing Persons and Scandal, right?
I'm so
I hate
glad to even
I'm sorry
be in
to
the same
I'm sorry to
sentence.
group you in, but I mean the thing
Let's not
is,
forget Pat Benatar.
she stands alone kind of because it was her own name. It was mostly there were these handful of bands fronted by female singers.
Right.
Now it seems like in '96 it's kind of, and I hate to say the day of the young chick singer, but that's kind of what it is. There's Alanis and there's Joan Osborne and there's some new really good ones. Patty Rothberg and Tracy Bonham are all coming up. How do you view the scene that's happening now with these young women who are?
Well, I
are
think
out
it's
front?
great. I mean, I think that probably all these people existed and were playing guitar and writing songs, and just nobody wanted to know about it. Because as recently as when I was trying to find a label for whatever, which I sort of recorded on my own, I was told, at a handful of labels that we have our female singer-songwriter, and that wasn't really that long ago. That was maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
Right.
So
And a lot of times it was a radio
It's pretty amazing.
stations also. You said the label had their female
God.
singer.
Oh yeah, forget
If a
the
radio station was playing one current song from a female artist, that was it.
And we have ours.
Right.
Go get out of town.
So the climate is better these days,
Yeah, it's much better.
and the talent is out there.
Although I think everybody's still waiting for the glut or the backlash but it hasn't happened yet. It's been kind of going on for a few years, and but I think it's great. It just reached critical mass, and then suddenly it's like when the guys think that they can make money off of it, then you'll see these records coming out. But I definitely don't view it as somebody heard Sheryl Crow and then everybody wanted to be Sheryl Crow or something. I think it's been going on for sure. Like people, I think these women have just been working on their stuff all along, and then enduring the well, we'll never be able to sign you, or we'll never be able to sell this or whatever.
And now the label executives are realizing, people will buy a female.
Just like they did with
rock and roller.
alternative, God. I mean, the arguments I would have for people, no, really, alternative music is gonna, is gonna be big, bigger. It's gonna people will buy it. No, forget it. It's just never gonna happen. It's Phil Collins till the end of time.
Right. And then they realize, no, there is a market, so let's release everything that's out there.
But thank God that it's happened anyway.
Well, now a lot of these women who are outspoken, which, I think women like you and me and Tracy who's standing here have always been outspoken. That's just what we are, right?
Right.
But they're getting labels now. There's Alanis and there's whoever comes out, whatever the first single is that's issued, that the tone of that, she's the angry female.
Yeah, the AYW.
Right. Now, so now in some that's just what you are. Was a great, what I call screw you song. It's like,
Right.
terrific. I wanted to send that to so many people. But so then some people talk about, well, Amy's got a problem with men. Now, you don't have a problem with men, but
In what direction would my problem be?
well, that's what I was going to ask you. Is there a problem with men?
Do I hate guys? Right? Like, pretty much all my friends are men, so there's no problem. I mean, I don't any way you slice it, there isn't a problem.
Right.
And
Or it's part
see,
of
now
life.
I feel like saying like, Michael, can you back me up? But I mean, all my friends are guys, and and I also get asked this, which is so embarrassing. Do you have a problem getting guys to like you because they think you're like going to be angry and bitter, and and all I can, because you can't answer that without like bragging, and you just go, trust me, it's not a problem. And plus, nobody like listens to your record first. It's not like like your record's your resume for a relationship, but they listen to it first and go, oh, I'm going to think twice before betting this one down.
Right. And do you realize, people, that this is one aspect? These are some songs I've written. I have a whole life aside from this record.
Exactly.
I did get a really nice Christmas card from you and a friend of yours. I don't know if you want to like delve into your personal life, but an email Christmas card.
Oh, right. Yeah. God, I can't even. What was the?
It was just a really pretty graphic from you and Michael. Are you? Do you want to talk about that?
Oh, are we still dating?
Yeah,
we're still dating.
Michael Penn, we're discussing what is happening with his record, because we've been hearing, and I get a lot of questions, people asking when is the next Michael Penn record.
He's working on his record right now, produced by Brendan O'Brien, and it's going really well, and they're all super excited about it. So, because believe me, you can have nightmares in the studio, but like I've never talked to anybody in the studio. It's like, yep, it's going great. We're ahead of schedule. Just go, wait, what? How can that? Exactly. So it's like ahead of schedule, and it's going really well, and everybody's happy with it, and nobody's like, it's all going well. So,
right. Well,
yeah. So that should be great. I mean, Brendan's a great producer.
I've ran into both you and Michael together and separately, and always issue the same standing invitation to come join us in the music hall. So when you see him again, please reissue the invite again. Aimee Mann is with us in the music hall. The last time I saw you, it was at the Roxy show. You introduced the song by saying it's probably the most depressing song you've ever written.
Yeah. When we recorded it, we found that it would have to be Michael. It'd have to be the last song that we worked on that night, because it's like it lowers your blood pressure or something to, like working on this song, sort of your pulse goes, boom, boom, boom. So I assume you're talking about Par for the Course.
I am, and I asked you when you came in this morning if you could do it, because I just think it's just a magnificently beautiful song. I don't know that it's depressing.
No, it's just I think just in almost the medical use of the word that it's if you have high blood pressure, listen to this song. Okay, so sort of like a narcoleptic inducer or something.
Well, the song we're talking about is found on I'm What's Stupid. It's Par for the Course. Aimee Mann in the FM 101.9 Music Hall.
Get ready for your nap. It's par for the course. You bet the wrong horse. You put down the phone and cry for yourself and for what you couldn't tell. That won't do. Now that
she lost the plot and timing is everything in this game. So let's have a moment of blame. How it could have been. Well, you should have said it all then. I don't even know you. I don't even know you anymore. I don't even know you anymore. I don't even know you anymore.
Aimee Mann in the
Thanks.
Music Hall at FM 101.9. Not depressing, but sad. It's a sad
Yeah, there's
song.
definitely melancholy in that.
Yeah. Yeah, really pretty. Thank you for doing that.
Sure, thank you.
Aimee Mann, the latest album, I'm With Stupid, is out and available, and she is touring a few shows in the area. Tomorrow night, the Ventura Theater, Saturday night, the Galaxy Theater, and then Tuesday night in Hollywood, the John Anson Ford Theater. Amphitheater, I guess it should be called. I want to ask you about, before we let you go, a songwriting collaboration. You got together with Elvis Costello back in the Till Tuesday days. Did you write a song together?
Yeah, we wrote a song together. We did it by mail.
Oh.
Yeah, I had music that I couldn't come up with lyrics for, and we sort of knew each other. We had met a couple of years before, and so I sent the music to him, and he kind of sent it back as a completed song with like a bridge and everything, and
Wow.
and words, and it was stunning, of course.
So did you ever sit in the same room and play it together?
No, I think that would be too nerve-wracking for me, actually.
Well, he has a new album out, and he did record it. In fact,
Yeah,
it's the
I've
first
heard.
song on the record.
It's great.
And he did a show for us. He was in town not even a month ago, I guess. And when he played it, we did a live broadcast of it as well. And he said he changed the words a little bit from that version, from the Till Tuesday version, because now he was singing it and he had to make it from a guy's perspective.
Right. I don't exactly know what that means, but I mean, I have to say that I can't actually necessarily always tell what Elvis is writing about. So I don't, like his new verse. I mean, it's like you kind of get a gist somewhere, but I mean, he's got some very interesting rhymes. Like he rhymes Chopin with, like, I'm sitting here hoping, with a bamboo needle on a shellac of Chopin. Like, that's pretty amazing.
But he's Elvis Costello, so he's allowed that
He
poetic
can
license,
He
right?
gets away with it, yeah.
All right, well, as we wrap up, we'll go out with The Other End of the Telescope. It's done by Elvis Costello
Right.
from the new album. Aimee Mann, thank you for coming in.
Sure.
It's a pleasure having you in here. You're welcome back anytime. And we'll see you at these 3 shows.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. It's FM 101.9, LA's finest rock.